Howdy, I thought I'd just do a little table of contents kind of thing about what's coming up in this video. I talk a little bit about my sleep issues, what's coming up in 2010, my blog post. Well, I've been doing a lot of blog posts, and my blog has been totally redesigned by Rachel, which it looks amazing. She did a great job, because I'm incredibly picky about design and stuff. And I talk a bit about the Zeitgeist movement, which or the Venus Project, which I hope you all look into. I talk about that towards the end a little bit. That's why this video is a little long. I get a bit excited about it. But regardless of your beliefs or anything, I hope you check it out. And just hope wish you all a really giddy 2010. Yeah, going to America on February 9th. So, but I'll talk about that in the real video. I just wanted to do a little summary so you could know what to expect in the video, because I know 40 minutes, like, you see on the timeline 40 minutes, you're like, holy crap, this is long. Why am I going to watch this? Please, it's kind of like an update about everything going on. And originally I recorded a 50-minute video, which had no audio because my input audio was not correctly set up. Which I talk a bit about that silent video too and what I'm going to do with it. So check it out. Hope you enjoy it and giddy up. Hello, I'm Derek. How are you? I don't like that question. Or how you going? Whatever. I made that video ages ago. But anyway, so I just recorded a 50 minute long, and this is a microphone, by the way, not something else. 50-minute long video explaining a little update about my life, about things that are happening, things that are going on, things that should be going on, and lots of other amazing things. Now, I didn't have this microphone plugged in. I was just using the internal microphone on my computer. Right now the fan is going rather high. Hopefully you can't hear it. There's a guy mowing the lawn outside. Hopefully you can't hear that. And at some point the telephone may ring. If you listen to Corey's Tech Hijack episode, you'll know what that sounds like. I will link that up below. So 50 minutes. What was I talking about for 50 minutes? Now that's the kind of like the length of a T-Pan episode, the pod show about nothing. I'm trying to do one of them soon, but I want someone to do it with me, because I'm of 50 minutes by myself. I can obviously talk to myself for a very long period of time, but I want to bounce off with someone. But that takes coordination time, and then the editing of my podcast takes forever because I use several different artworks per episode and descriptions, links, and all that kind of thing, and that takes a lot of time. It takes almost twice as long as recording the actual show. So I'm not going to spend another 50 minutes making this, because at the end of the last video I felt very tired and hungry, and I still haven't eaten, and I've been up for 3 hours already. But that's not unusual. I often go sometimes until dinner without eating, because I'm just so passionate about everything that I'm doing that I just forget to eat. I know that's bad sometimes, but I survive. I'm alive, so we'll see. Now, first of all, I'll start off. Really going to try not to make this very long. I'm thinking about 10-15 minutes. So I'm in an office. We have VHS tapes, books, CDs, and the like this thesauruses and all kinds of files. Look, there's a ton of CDs there, like backups and stuff. This is the office of NSA Management. It's my parents' company. And it's a little bit warm in here now because I've been sitting and talking and the computer's frying. But so I'll give you. I'm gonna give you. This is an update. This is not quite a me today. But it's been summer in Australia, and I don't really enjoy summer as much as I enjoy winter. Even if it's not snowing, I'd still prefer winter because crisp air and it's just juicy. Well, I I don't know, it depends on what you define juicy as. Anyway, a few months ago, it got very humid. A couple of months ago. Now, this summer has not been very summery. Spring of 2009 was quite summery. It was very humid, very hot, insane. The weather, I don't understand it. But today it's meant to be 35 degrees Celsius. Use an application on your iPhone like Convert. Convert is a very good application. You can convert all kinds of different stuff to different stuff. But you can convert degrees to Fahrenheit and Celsius to Fahrenheit, whatever. But anyway, it's meant to be 35 degrees today and 43 tomorrow, which is like 100 and something Fahrenheit, 110, I don't know. The heat, I don't mind too much. The humidity, I can't stand. I'm never going to Florida again in summer, unless I'm constantly submerged in 25 degree Celsius water. So I'm in the office because it was so hot upstairs. Upstairs is just like a heat box. It just retains the humidity. So I moved downstairs, and it's much cooler, like downstairs in the TV room. And I'd sit down there on the couch and do all my computer work and everything from the couch. That was fine. I sat on the couch. I did that for about a month or so. Because every now and then it would be hot, but then it would be cold and whatever. I decided I'll stick down there. Then I kind of felt like my back wasn't very, I don't know, supported on the couch. Couch is very comfortable, but it felt, I don't know if it was just a subconscious thing, like it wasn't really happening. I was just thinking it was. I got a lot of that going on. Again, I'm not going to try and make this too long, but I want to get everyone up to date with everything because I haven't put too many videos up for a while. I've been recording a ton of videos on my cameras, just not editing them and putting them online. I think I'm just going to shove them all on RAW. Don't worry too much about the editing, just so I can get it done. If I want to edit them at a later date, whatever, I can re-download them, whatever. So I went downstairs for a while, and then, my back. So I decided to come in the office where there's a kind of like a proper chair and stuff, and I can sit straight. Sometimes I sit with my knees up against my chest, which I know isn't probably that good because arching back and whatever, but whatever. So, and it's kind of cool in here as well. There's a fan if I need it, to blow on my computer, so it keeps the fan in the computer down a bit because it's going nuts. Because it's very hot when I'm making videos and stuff. So, what else has been going on? If you happen to, I hope you've watched this far. I really appreciate it. I'm going back to America. February 9th. It's happening. And I'm very excited for that. I wrote a blog post about it, but apparently seems not many, well, I know not many people read my blog. And I don't link it on Twitter or anything. I'm going to soon just figure out a workflow to do that. I do have a specific Twitter account for all my kind of feed stuff, like my Tumblr and my blog updates to DK feed. That's at DK feed on Twitter, so you can follow that if you're interested in seeing when I actually update my blog. But I'll link some stuff on my DJ Scene account at some point too. Now, I have lost my train of thought already. So I'm going to America, going to Texas, hang out with Rachel. Very excited, very happy for that. And as for South by Southwest, Macworld, PodCamp, and all that jazz, thinking about going to South by Southwest, not entirely sure yet. Definitely going to PodCamp AZ. Macworld, I'm going to be just arriving in America on the 9th, and the Macworld is like towards the end of February or middle of February. Rachel's in school, and I don't know, I went by myself last year, or in 2009 or whatever. Yeah, last year. And, I don't know. I think I wrote a blog post about that as well. It wasn't that exciting. Macworld last year. It was mostly the hotel that was a disappointment. I met up with Justine and Karen and Dana and Jeff Smith and stuff, and that was cool and everything. But I don't know. I'm definitely excited about PodCamp AZ because that was one of the best things I went to in 2008. And I know people just love PodCamp AZ. It's in the desert. So that's kind of the plans, you know, for the immediate future and that kind of stuff. Going back to America for long. So far, it's a one-way ticket because that was cheaper. And last time I had to use the return ticket within a year, and that kind of was a little bit annoying. I wasn't ready to go back yet. But I will be returning back to Australia, like for visits and such. I'm tired already. I think I need some food. Anywho, I want to see more people making videos on Vidler. I know I haven't made too many videos on Vidler, but as I said, I'm going to try and upload as much of the videos I've been recording. Just shove them up. If they don't make any sense, then I'll try and write something in the description. But I'm recording like birds in my backyard and you know, silly things, me riding my scooter and whatever, all kinds of stuff. Picking up litter, all that kind of thing. Recording tons of stuff on my iPhone as well. Which I, you know, I can't wait till I can upload stuff straight to Vidler from my iPhone because at the moment sound doesn't work when you do that, which is annoying. So that 50-minute video I just recorded before, Rachel said just put it up anyway, and I thought I might just do that and put some music behind it. I don't know if anyone has like a 50-minute long DJ track. Maybe I'll just get like a dance tripping video, strip the audio, put it in my video, and I don't know. We'll see. That video might be up before this one. Technically, it wouldn't be, but if I decide to put it up, I'll put it up before this one. You can go back and see it and just be like, I wonder what he was talking about. Ooh, did he just say? Did he just? Or ideas. Okay, I'll put this video up first. Ideas. What do you want me to do with the 50-minute video? I could put it up blank, and you guys can download it. Who knows how big it'll be? Like 500 megs. It'll just fit within the limit or something. Ugh, I'm tired. Yep. Unedited bliss. I could just put it up without any audio. You could download it and then add your own narration to it. I think if anyone did that, I would give them a prize. I would like rock up to their place and be like, "Hey, I'll cook dinner for you tonight. It'll be awesome." That sounds like a really good idea, actually. So anyway, I'll get to some of the topics I did in that 50-minute video without spending 50 minutes on it, alright? Okay, try and fit this in. This video might be 20 minutes long. Please, please, please. I have some very interesting things to talk about. I won't mention the iPhone apps that I mentioned in the 50-minute video because I'll write a blog post and do separate videos for them. But I've been using some interesting iPhone apps like True HDR, Shopper Lite, Waze, and the whole Koala, Foursquare, Bright Kite kind of stuff. Now, a couple of things. Just get to it, Dirk, okay? Cool. Stop staring at yourself. Oh my god, what are these CDs and all VHS doing in the background? Anyway. So, the whole sleep thing. And another thing, like, I don't know if this... I have the microphone connected, but... hopefully it's... You can see... let me see, you can see like a mat and a blanket and stuff on the floor. Like, Derek, what are you doing? Well... Again, with the heat, well... I guess it was kind of like a heat thing. Yeah, it got a bit too hot upstairs to sleep, even without like a shirt on and stuff. It's just too humid. So I decided to, I think one night I might have slept on the couch in the TV room. maybe. But at some point I decided to sleep on the floor in the office here. Oh, damn. I really don't know why I decided to sleep on the floor. Oh, I think it was one night I needed to get up early. And my sister leaves early in the morning, and you have to pass the office to leave the house. And it might have been an easier way for her to see me and wake me up. Anyway, I've been sleeping much better on the floor. I wake up easier, and I realize, like, you know when you see commercial for like sleep maker beds with like that brand, it's like, hey, it makes you sleep. Like, that's the brand name. It's Sleep Maker. It makes you sleep. Well, what about waking up? If it makes you sleep, wouldn't it want to keep you asleep? Now, I know I don't have a very good sleep schedule. I go to bed like 3 in the morning, often, sometimes sunrise, 7 in the morning, whatever. I haven't done sunrise in a few weeks, or in about a week. I love watching the sunrise, but I prefer to go to bed early and get up early. But, you know, yeah, I just love doing everything I'm doing on the computer, and vidlering and photography stuff and everything. I just, like, sleep is not a priority. And you know, I wouldn't sleep if I didn't have to. You know, because the human body needs sleep and blah blah. So, I looked up. I found this very good Dustin Curtis. He's a very good web designer. He has a good website, and I'll link it up below. And he has a page on sleep, and he did a bit of research. He has a kind of like a similar situation to me. Like, he sleeps at very strange hours, wakes up in the afternoon, that kind of thing. I haven't woken up in the afternoon in probably about a week as well, maybe. No, I did the other day, I think. That was a mistake, though. But sorry, losing my train of thought. I don't know why I'm so tired. So he has this thing. He did a bit of research and stuff, and he has this very cool page that explains how you don't have to sleep 8 hours a night. You could sleep like 4 hours and 4 hours. You know, have a siesta kind of thing in the afternoon, like I believe Mexican people do, or Spanish people, or whatever. And you can, but then you can also split it up, you know, more. Like, you could do like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, or even like he figures out that there's only one part of sleep that you need, which is the bit that the rapid eye movement, REM, is the most important part of sleep, and that occurs in like the first 20 minutes of sleep. And that's all you need. You only need like 2 rapid eye movement sections a night, and apparently you have 2 when you're sleeping. I think I probably have like 20, because I sleep like a coma. I can never wake up when I sleep in a bed. And I know it's because I go to sleep late and I want to try and wake up early, and that just doesn't happen. But even when I have alarms and noises and noises, just sometimes I'm in a coma and I just don't wake up with any noise. So people literally have to drag me out of bed. But I've noticed sleeping on the floor that I wake up really good. I have a really good night's sleep. Now, I don't think I ever have a terrible night's sleep. When I wake up in the afternoon, sometimes after 10, I don't think I've ever slept in a while. I don't think I've slept more than like 10 hours in a while. Like, you know, I was going to say 12 hours, 10, 12 hours, but I don't think I've slept as long as 12 hours in a while. But, you know, in a bed, I seem to sleep in a coma. It's impossible to wake me up, even with alarms and everything. Noises, just doesn't do it. So, but on the floor here, I tend to wake up kind of early. Like, I got 5.5 hours sleep last night. And, so sometimes, the thing is, like, I mean, you know, I'll go to bed at like 5. And then the next night I'll try and go to bed at like 2 or 3. And it's hard to get to sleep. And, I eventually, it's getting better. I'm kind of easing into getting to bed a bit earlier every night, trying. But sometimes, but then like one night, I'll just screw it all up again, and I'll just stay up like till 5 again. But I'm trying. And then obviously when I get to America, it's gonna have to alter my body clock and whatever again. But anyway, the whole siesta in the afternoon kind of thing, I think it might work. Like I've been having naps in the afternoon, supplementing my 4 or 5 hours sleep of big sleep every night, and it's kind of been working pretty good. I'm really tired at the moment though. I don't know if it's just because I'm talking so long. I haven't had any food yet, but I can work on no food all day as well. I'm very strange with my eating stuff. Anyway, that's enough of that. Sleeping on the floor has been doing good for me. I've been wanting to mention that in a blog post or something, and so I thought I'd mention it here. I don't know how long it'll be for. Like, if I'm going to be sleeping on the floor until I go to America. I know, like, I've slept in beds all my life. You know, I've slept on floor when I go camping or whatever, on the floor, in a sleeping bag and stuff, but it seems to be doing really good sleeping on the floor. I'm not sure if it's just because it's hard. It's really hard. Do I need a really, really tough bed? Do I need to sleep on planks of wood? Like, obviously, this isn't really hard. There's this blue mat thing, which is kind of hard, but it's kind of spongy too. And then I sleep on top of this like quilt thing, and then I have a sheet over me. It's seems strange, but it's working good. Okay, 20 minutes. Okay, I want to mention one more thing, and I really appreciate you watching this. And I really would love you to educate yourself about this next thing. It's called Zeitgeist, and no matter what religion you're into, this has nothing to do with religion. As much as it might sound like a religion or some kind of belief, it's not a belief. It's all about science and hard facts, and changing the world. Now, for quite a while, there's that phone. Corey, if you're watching, it's that time. Corey, Brandon, Edwin, and all that. And Drew. That was a good show. Did I say at the start that I'm going to link that up below? Yeah, well, I will. Okay, Zeitgeist. The Venus Project, I'll link it all up below. There are 2 Zeitgeist movies, Zeitgeist and the Zeitgeist Amendment. I think it's Amendment. They're a little different. They're very, very amazing. They're just hard facts about everything. Lots of conspiracy kind of stuff. But it's very interesting. Then, about a few weeks ago, I discovered there's a presentation about the Zeitgeist movement. Now, movement, oh my god, it's like a cult. No, nothing like that. It's just yeah, as I was starting to say a second ago, for quite a while I've been believing that we can obtain world peace if we just try, and with all the stupid wars and economy and crap like that, you think that's not possible. But hello again. But with the Zeitgeist movement, they make it. They use so many specific explanations about how everything would work in this new resource-based economy. And I went into a little bit of depth in the 50-minute video, but obviously that's not important now, because I'm not going to talk about it in as much depth as I did there. I might make a separate video about this, but I just really want everyone to, whatever. If you watch it and you're not interested in it, fine, that's fantastic. But you really need to watch. You really need to watch these 3 main videos. I linked them on a blog post I did recently, but I'm going to write a more specific, because I started writing a blog post about one topic and then it just turned into the Zeitgeist thing. Oh, you have to check out my blog. I'll talk about that more at the end. But new design and everything. Rachel did an awesome job. I love it. But there's a whole zeitgeist thing. There's 3 main videos. Like there's this presentation video, which is, and the videos aren't, it's mostly the audio, I guess, that you need to listen to. But the video gives you visual stimulation. It shows you what you might be imagining in your head, and if you're not imagining the right thing, it shows you like what they're exactly talking about. So they're not like James Cameron Avatar kind of stuff. Oh, I spoke about Avatar in the 50-minute video thing as well. I'm not going to talk about that in this video though. I haven't seen Avatar yet, long story short. Anyway, watch these 3 videos and then make your own opinions, but I can't imagine anyone watching them and not, unless you're like and now it's nothing to do with religion, but it I don't know what a religious person, like, I spoke to a religious person about this and they didn't watch the videos, but based on my blog post that I briefly talked about the zeitgeist movement, they totally rejected the idea, but they didn't even watch the videos. So don't judge a book by its cover. Don't think about this as anything to do with religion. If you're religious, this thing, you could be totally behind this if you're religious, because it doesn't say you can't be religious in anything. You can't believe in your God or whatever you do. Marriage, sex before marriage, whatever. You can still do all of that. It's not telling you not to do any of that. But it's basically just saying like the biggest things are getting rid of the monetary system and people like you think that's gonna sound crazy, but it makes a lot of sense. And what was the other thing? Oh, and like, so no one would own anything because you wouldn't buy anything. Everything would be created by machines, as in like everything physical. So there'd be no labor force. But if you wanted to, if you're good with your hands and you want to create something, you want to build something, go for it. That's the whole thing. You can do whatever you want, obviously, but you don't have to if you don't want to, because there'd be no labor force. Everything would be created by machines. A house could be a skyscraper could be built in a matter of days. The thing is, all of the current infrastructure and cities and stuff wouldn't. We can't in this resource-based economy thing. You wouldn't renovate. You just got to start over. It would be far easier just to start over, and it could all be built in not a very long time at all. Within a year, I'm sure you could build an entire city. But I'm not sure what would happen with all like a city like New York. Where are you going to move all those people while and if you demolish the whole city, that's the thing that wasn't answered in the video. And there are a few little things that aren't answered in the videos, but pretty much everything is answered. It makes they say something and you're like, yeah, sure, and then they explain how it will work, and it's just it's fail proof. And because no one would own anything, sure, you can have a computer and everything, but I'm gonna try not to go into too much depth. I'm gonna do a separate video for this. But if you had a computer, sure, you can store stuff locally on your computer, but with cloud computing and stuff, you could just go anywhere. The biggest thing they talked about is traveling. If you were traveling, you wouldn't even need to bring anything with you, and you wouldn't go to hotels. You would go to your next house. I don't want to explain too much about it. I'm going to keep this at half an hour, okay? But I really, really, really want you. I'm sure you're very confused right now, and you're like, Derek, honey, I know you think this is an interesting thing, but get real. Trust me. Watch the videos. I'll link them I think the movies are on Vidler, and if the presentation isn't, I'll put it on Vidler, because it's all like open. Do whatever you want with the videos. Do like this whole project is very like it's all about education. It's all about educating people about this movement. Sounds very, again, religious, culty. It's not. It's just not enough people. It's just, not enough people know about this. Everyone is brainwashed into the economy, the way of life we currently have, war and all that stuff. They just believe that's the way that's the way it is. Governments, voting, that's the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. That's not always the way it was. I don't know, the Jesus Egyptian days, whatever. But because of technology and the state it is now, there are amazing advances that we can do to society to make it far better and remove the need, the want for war. Like war in Iraq or whatever, is all about oil and that crap. In this, it's called a resource-based economy, there wouldn't be any oil. You wouldn't be using any oil. All of the electricity and stuff would come from the earth, geothermal generators and tidal generators and wind power, solar power. Actually, the solar power thing, they had a different, what was it called? It was using the radiation from the sun rather than the way it's currently done. It's very fascinating, and it's all hard science facts. It just blows my mind just how this needs to happen. And no matter how crazy you think I sound and whatever, I'm going to tell this to everyone I meet from now on. Anywhere I go, you need to watch these videos. And Z Day is a day to educate people about the project and stuff. It's coming up in March. I'll link up information and everything all about this. But I'm gonna help out in Texas. Hopefully, hold an event. Maybe at the college, one of the colleges there, just to watch the videos, pretty much. And you can. I'm gonna try and set up something here in Australia too, because there's very few events listed on the website, and I don't think there's any in Australia. Maybe there's one in Perth, but I don't understand why there isn't one planned for Sydney. So I'm gonna try and do that. But please, if you watch the videos and your mind is blown as well, please leave a comment. Like spend, instead of watching a movie tonight, please watch these, because they're, the movies are obviously like movie length, like a couple hours long each, and then the presentation thing is like an hour and 37 minutes, which is pretty much the length of a movie as well. Please just, instead of watching, a movie tonight, please watch these. Just no matter what you believe in, no matter if you're in the stock market and you love your money and stuff, just give it a watch. It makes so much sense. And the fact that did I mention the fact that no one owns anything? There wouldn't be any crime. You wouldn't have to steal stuff if you could obtain it at any time. And I'll give you an example that they used. Like if you live in a house, sure, no one's gonna just rock up and say, "Hey, this is mine now. I own this." If you own a computer, obviously no one's gonna take your computer away from you. But again, with the cloud computing stuff, why would you even need a local computer? Like a local hard drive kind of thing. Like you could just rock up to any computer and just sign into your cloud hard drive and be on your way. Everything would be like cloud, like a Chrome OS kind of thing. It's happening, kids. And so like if you decide to travel, if you decide to say, hey, I want to move overseas, a lot of the possessions you wouldn't have to bring couches, you wouldn't have to bring a computer, you wouldn't even have to bring like clothes or a car, or obviously no money. You wouldn't really have to bring anything but yourself. And what happened, there's computers that all, databases and all that manage all of this. But you could say, hey, I want a place in New York ready for me. And the thing is, like, places like New York wouldn't be as like popular tourist destinations because, you know, all of the Times Square advertising and stuff, they wouldn't need advertising because you wouldn't, besides like factual things like, hey, look at this computer, it's kind of cool, it can fit in your pocket, or like an iPhone kind of thing. Besides like kind of like factual ads about that, you wouldn't need to promote something because anyone could just get it. You wouldn't need to compete. Now I know competition is good, and sure, you can play competitive sports and stuff like that, but you wouldn't earn lots of money for it. You would do it because you love it. You would do it because you enjoy it. You would do it because you want to share it with people. And again, like, there wouldn't be any advertising money in anything. You go to New York and you have a home readily available for you. You know, you can maybe pick out the clothes you want ready there, the kind of furniture you want ready there. All of the homes are fireproof, weatherproof, made out of the most advanced materials, wood and bricks. Like, you know, you think wood and bricks, you know, they're very strong and everything, and you have to watch these videos, please. I hate sounding like some kind of like religious, like, hey, come and believe in my religion and look at the God we believe in, and it's just, you're gonna go to heaven. Nothing like that, I swear to you. If anything, Earth will be heaven once this whole system is implemented. And things like a car. You wouldn't need to own a car. You wouldn't need insurance, anything. If you crash a car, a machine will fix it or repair it, and no labor. The machine will fix it in an instant if it needs fixing, or it'll build you a new one, or it'll have a new one available for you. The old one, if it has to get destroyed, everything on it will be recycled. Everything will be made out of recyclable materials. I'm done. I'm incredibly tired. Might be time for that nap. 35 minutes, 36 minutes, whatever. We're done. We're done. That's a little update. I hope you check out my blog because Rachel designed it. I've been writing quite a bit on it since the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm going to America February 9th. I am very excited, and I hope to see many of you again and meet many of you if I haven't met you yet. And if there's any questions you have, if there's anything I've left out, if there's anything you want me to write about on my blog, anything more you want me to tell you about the Zeitgeist thing, you really need to watch the videos. I'll link them up below. Just leave a comment. Just say, hey Derek, why didn't you tell me that you want to have my babies? And I'll be like, well, you know, in a resource-based economy, maybe I could have your babies. So, that's about all right now. I have probably a ton more things to talk about, but I might make a separate video. I thank you very much for watching this. I love you all, and I hope to see your videos in 2010 on Vidler. I'm going to be just shoving up videos now, and this 50-minute video, which this video is almost as long as, you might enjoy doing a little voiceover or something for making me look like a fool. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go eat now. Again, I love you very much for watching to this point, and I thank you for all your comments and everything you've done, and I look forward to hanging out in 2010. It's gonna be a very giddy year, and I hope if anyone didn't enjoy 2009, I hope that I, as well as many other people, can make your 2010 a very giddy, awesome one. I'll speak to you soon. I'll see people in America on February 9th. If anyone in Australia wants to hang out before I leave, just let me know. I'm going to be planning like Pancake on the Rocks adventures, photography adventures, all that kind of stuff. I'll post this on Facebook as well, so hopefully some people watch it. I don't know. My non-geeky friends probably won't, but we'll see. Peace, y'all! Y'all? Do I really sound that Texas already?